Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ryan7331 here, and today I'm just going to bring you a video on how to get Pokemon Go on any other country that it's not released in, like Canada, Europe, and everywhere else, like Mexico. And it's not released in any other country. It's only released so far in Australia, New Zealand, and the US. And as you can see, it's perfectly working fine, and I live in Canada, so it has all this stuff here. And then I can also check how many Pokemon I have. And this is perfectly working. I've had it since yesterday, and I'll show you two methods on how to get it. It'll be a text tutorial because I've already done it on my computer, so I can't really re-record what's already been done on there. So let's go to my computer now. Okay, so the first method, you're gonna need a computer and have iTunes installed on it. And if you don't have iTunes, I'll just leave a download in the description down below. Okay, so the first step is to open up iTunes and sign your old primary iTunes account out. And then after you do that, go to the top left sidebar and then choose iTunes Store. So then you'll be where all the music is and stuff. Then you scroll all the way down, and on the bottom right it'll have your country's flag there. And then you have to pick New Zealand. And this method will help you in the future too, because if there's a big app coming out on the App Store at like midnight or something, or it's just an example, I don't know when big apps actually release, it'll always come out first on the New Zealand store. So this will be like really helpful if you actually want to get a iTunes app like way before anyone else in your country does. And then just go to your New Zealand, and then you go to the App Store, and then you just type in Pokemon Go, and then it'll say get. You click on get and download, and then it'll ask you for your iTunes Store ID, your Apple ID, and then you just hit create Apple ID, and then you just fill in all this stuff and you make a second account for iTunes. And if you don't have another email, you can just make one up on Gmail or something. And then you just fill out the Apple ID details, and then Apple will send you an email for verification to your second email at Gmail or wherever you made it at. And then you just confirm your iTunes account, and after you do that, you hit get and download. And after Pokemon Go downloads on iTunes on your computer, you plug in your phone or iPod or whatever to your computer with the USB cable, the lightning cable, and then you just sign out of your New Zealand iTunes account and then sign back into your normal account. And then you go to where your apps are, then you click My Apps, and it'll show all of the apps that are downloaded on your computer. And then you just click Install on Pokemon Go, and then it'll install it to your Apple device after you hit apply and then hit sync on the bottom corner. And then after you do that, Pokemon Go will show up on your device. And if you have any questions about this, just leave it down in the comments, and I will get to an Android version eventually. I might do a second video, but I can't really do that because I don't have any Android devices in my house. So I may or may not do an Android version. Okay, so for method 2, you don't need anything else other than your iOS device and an internet connection. And to do it, you just have to go to iosem.us/app/index.html. If you don't want to type that out, I'll just leave it down below in the comments, or the comments and the description down below, so you can just copy paste it. And once you're there, you just go to the down arrow in the box, and then you just go to all apps and emus, which is emulators, and then you scroll all the way down until it says Hip Store. It says Hip for you. It's an orange and white logo. Then you just install that to your iOS device, and after you do that, you go to Settings and General, and then Profile and Device Management, and then it'll show the Hip Store device profile, and then you just trust it by clicking on it, then hit trust. And then after you do that, you go back to the home screen and go to Hip Store, open it up, because if you try and open up before you trust it, it won't let you. and after you open it up, you just go and search for Pokemon Go. It might already be on the front page. I haven't used Hip Store, but I think it is on the front page. And after you do that, you can just click on Pokemon Go and install it from there. And the only problem is that you have to do the same thing, which is device management and trust it. And I don't know, but the profile for Pokemon Go and Hip Store may soon be revoked, which will mean in like English terms that you won't be able to open it anymore. So it'll just keep crashing every time you try and open it, and that's a problem for some people. So if you don't want to get that problem, and it'll be a long time, like if you're in a really foreign country and you already guess that Pokemon Go won't be in your country for a while, doing this iTunes region method will probably be a lot better method for you guys. So if you have any questions for either of these methods, just leave comments down below and I'll try and answer them as soon as I can. So leave a like and have a nice day.